Okay. Hi everybody. This afternoon or this morning we're going to assemble what I call caterpillar. And you can see that I've done all the collage work. All the different pieces of colored paper are glued onto the various pop-up structures. So I'm going to start by inserting this oval piece right into here, into these two little slots. And we'll do more with that later, but I just want to put this in place right now. And you'll see this little piece slot goes into that slot, and there it is, it's locked in place. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is, this is the page, the base page, and you can see I put that there are die cuts in the page. These are for the slots. So the first thing I'm going to do is insert, this is the largest piece, by the way. I'm going to insert that into that slot. And remember what we've talked about, the slot is here. It's really important that the apex of all the angles on the angle fold land right in the very gutter, right there. All right, so what I'm going to do now is with a piece of tape, just hold this in place. Put a little piece of tape right there, so that's kind of temporary. I'll glue that later. All right, there's the first piece in place. Now, with that in place, I'm going to add a little bit of glue onto this tab. Close the page. Let that glue tab find its own position. Hold it for 30 seconds or so. And there we go. That's the first major angle fold on this piece, which is basically built of angle folds. I didn't let it glue long enough. Be patient. All right. How's that? All right, that's the first angle fold in place. The second angle fold piece is this one right here. It only has black pieces, and you'll see this is a little tab right here. This tab is going to glue on the back side of the oval. So we'll put that into the slot on the left-hand side here. You see how I put that in the slot? And once again, the very point of that angle should go right in the gutter right there. Once again, we'll stop. All right, had a little problem there, so we cut out, but I'm back. So we'll put this all black and white piece on the left-hand side here in the second slot. Put a piece of tape on the back side of that. There you go. All right, now, once that's in place, what we do here is put glue on this tab, and we're going to close the page and let this tab find its own place. We don't need a lot of glue, just enough. So with that piece flat, fold the page closed, and let that glue tab find its own position again. A little bit of patience and hold that in place, 30 seconds or so, with some pressure on it. Okay. That should be good there. Not quite. It really takes 30 seconds and pressure. Okay. All right. So the next thing I want to do here, we slotted this oval piece in, and that's just hanging here loose. This tab right here is the support tab for that oval. You see this? Put a little bit of glue on this tab here. Fold it down. So you really want this tab to be basically parallel with the base page, or with this this plane of the angle fold here. So once again, we're going to close the page, let that glue tab find its own position right there. See where it is? Hold it in place. 30 seconds. All right. And there we have the number 2 angle fold and the oval in position. All right, next we have 2 more angle fold pieces that have both been collaged. And I'm just going to do the same thing here. I'm going to, this is the slot, and you can tell the slots, you tell the tabs that slot because they're not on the full length of the piece right here. So I leave a little bit of space here and a little bit of space here, so you can get that tab slotted in exactly in the right spot. So here we go. See it slotted in there, okay. And you'll see that the angle of the pieces, or the angles themselves, are still all coming and meeting right there in the gutter. And that's really important to make sure on an angle fold like this that the apex of the angles of the pop-up piece meet in the gutter. The last piece here. Piece of tape. And there's one last slot in the page. It's right there, you can see it. This piece goes into that slot. You see that? All right. And once again, you want to make sure that the apex of the angle meets right in the very gutter. That's really important. Just taping those in place, I'll glue them later. All right, so let's close these pieces down. There you go. So we're going to put a bit of glue on this glue tab, the blue piece. Going to put a little bit of glue on this glue tab on the yellow piece. And sort of slide everything into place. Let those go flat. Close the pop-up and let those glue tabs find their own position. Oops, that's poking out. We need to adjust that a little bit. So, and make that piece a little bit shorter. Okay, 30 seconds. Let's hold this all in place. I'll make this adjustment on the dies so you won't need to worry about it. I'll fix that piece so that you don't have that mistake. All right, we're close. A lot of pressure on it. It's a good idea just to keep as much pressure on, because even though the glue has been in place for 30 seconds on some of these glue tabs, the more pressure you hold on it for the longer amount of time, the better the fiber bond will be with that white glue. All right. I'm just going to there we go. Still not quite glued yet. All right, well, I'm going to hold that for a second. The next piece we're going to use is this piece, and it will slot through and make a parallel folder. You'll see in the back here, there'll be a parallelogram that you'll be able to see in just a minute. Okay, that's pretty good right there. All right, this piece, there's a slot right here on the very, very top of the largest angle fold. And to make this piece happen, we put it in like this with the fold at the top. So we're going to slot in here. Come on, right there. All right, and once it's in place, fold this tab back up, and that way it locks the piece into the slot there. Then we're going to fold this like that. And you'll see the parallel fold support on the back, and you see the parallelogram right there, or close to a parallelogram. All right, a little bit of glue on this right here. Close it, and you want that piece to go like that. We'll hold all these in place for 30 seconds, even longer. Make sure everything's glued nicely. There are a lot of pieces here, so these can catch on each other. So just watch as you are gluing, just to make sure that you get all your pieces nice and straight. There you go. Once they're in place, it works, but they can catch on each other as you're doing the assembly. Hold that tight. See what's happening there? See all the angle folds and the parallelogram right here. And it's an angle fold built on an angle fold, built on an angle fold, built on an angle fold. And all those folds together are the basic structure. This little guy's not gluing as well as I would like. All right. And the very last piece here, this is a very easy one to do. You see we have an angle fold and an angle fold here. I'm going to set this almost exactly, the center fold of this is almost going to sit exactly on the center fold of the page itself. That's the positioning for this. See how that will sit there like that? So and in theory, when this is open, this angle fold will open all the way to 180 degrees. It doesn't actually happen because the paper has a little bit of a memory, but it's close enough. So like this, that's your positioning. And you can see that this, I think this is about a 45-degree angle. And so it glues exactly at that 45-degree angle. That's how it glues. Close it up. Now there's the closed position. Oops. It didn't land in the gutter. It moved. There you go. And you can see when this piece is closed, you can see how it fits exactly into the page. So that's one of the things that we do as paper engineers is learn how to make the structure work so that when it's closed, everything fits within the page. And of course, that piece was the mistake. This piece was a mistake. It's a little bit too long. All right. And there we go. Oops, I made a little bit of a mistake there, didn't I? Look at that. Anyway, there's your pop-up piece, okay? There it goes.